Question 3, they ask us to identify all of the values of x that satisfying the following equation by factor theorem. So usually when we want to solve cubic function and also quartic function, which is x to the power of 3 and x to the power of 4 function, we have to use factor theorem and also remainder theorem. So inside this question, the first step is what you have to do is you list down all of the factor of the highest, all of the factor of the coefficient of x to the power of 0 inside that function. And then after you list down all of the factor, you will do a try and error, which is you substitute each of the factor into the equation and you see whether you get equal to 0 or not. Okay, and then when you substitute and then you get equal to 0, by right that factor is actually the one of the real roots of the function. Okay, we go through question 1. Yeah, the first step is here you check inside our question A is we have x to the power of 3 plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. By right here we have to find 3 roots because the highest degree of the polynomial is 3. So we have to find 3 value of x. Okay, and then we have to use factor theorem. Remember, we have to find factor using the coefficient of x to the power of 0, which is negative 6. Then you list down all of the factor of negative 6 or 6. So here you list down 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2, 3, negative 3, 6, and negative 6. Okay, to make it okay. And then here what we can do is substitute one by one using try and error. So let's say if I want to use factor of 6, which is the first one, equal to 1. So right now I let x is equal to 1, substitute inside the function that we have x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. I will get here 1 to the power of 3 plus 2 multiply with 1 square minus 5 multiply with 1 minus 6. Then here you use calculator, will get negative 8, which is not equal to 0. By right, 1 is not one of the real root lah. So we try with another one. Maybe we use negative 1. Okay, this one cannot use anymore. Okay, we use x is equal to negative 1. So you use negative 1 cube plus with 2 multiply with negative 1 square minus 5 negative 1 minus 6 is equal to, use calculator this one to make it easier for you, equal to 0 you will get. So when it is equal to 0, by right, your value of negative 1 just now is one of the roots. So we have to find 3, right? So we have to try one by one. So by right, this guy is one of the factor. Now we have to try, maybe we try with when x is equal to 2. So you substitute 2 cube plus 2 square minus 5 multiply by 2 minus with 6. You use calculator also. Here you're going to get equal to 0. So by right, x is equal to 2 is one of the root as well. Okay, now another one we try. So first we can mark like this. Okay, then another one we try, maybe we try with f negative 3. So substitute negative 3 cube plus with 2 multiply with negative 3 square minus with 5 multiply with negative 3 minus with 6. You're going to get equal to, you use calculator, you calculate, you're going to get equal to 0. So by right, s is equal to negative 3 is one of the root as well. So now if you see, you already find 3 roots enough lah. So when you already found all these 3 roots, so you can write conclusion. S is equal to negative 1, 2 and negative 3. Okay, are the real roots of function fx that we have, which is x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. That's it for question A. So you can attempt question B with the same method as well. Okay, now For question C, okay, we list down first the coefficient of the x to the power of 0 of the term of x to the power of 0. By right here we have 2. So now you list down all of the factor of 2, which is we have 1, minus 1, 2 and minus 2. So we have to try and error one by one. Let's say if I put I use x is equal to 1, so f1 is equal to 2 multiplied by 1 cube plus with 1 square minus with 5 multiplied with 1 plus with 2. Use calculator, you're gonna get equal to 0 here. Okay, and then the next one we have is, so by right, x is equal to 1 is one of the root. So then you try with negative 1, you're not going to get equal to 0. Then try with try with 2. Try with 2 also, you're not going to get equal to 0. Then we try with negative 2. So we're going to get, negative 2 cube plus with negative 2 square minus 5 multiplied with negative 2 plus with 2. Here you calculate properly and then you're going to get equal to 0. So by right, x is equal to 2 is one of the root as well. So by right, we have to find 3 roots, right? Because it is a cubic function. Okay, so we already have no value that we can try inside. So what we can do here is that, okay, because we only find 2, and then when we use x is equal to negative 1 and x is equal to 2, it's not, you cannot get equal to 0, right, after you substitute inside the function. So this is when you have to use, okay, remainder theorem. So by right, once you got x is equal to 1, by right, this is one of your factor of the function to x cubed plus x squared minus 5x plus 2. Then x is equal to 2, s equal to 2 become a factor, which is x minus 2, factor of your function that you have. So we rewrite this, okay, where you got x minus 1, another one is x plus 2, and we have another one that we don't know here. Okay, so we don't know here, we want to find this guy. So how to find this guy? We will use remainder theorem. So easier for you, you expand this guy first. X minus 1, x plus 2. So x minus 1, you expand, multiply with x plus 2. So expand this guy. So x squared plus with 2x minus x minus 2. Then you will get x squared plus x minus 2. So what you will do here is that you will use remainder theorem. Remainder theorem, where we will do a long division method. It's not remainder theorem. We use the, yes, correct, remainder theorem. Sorry, I was confused for a while just now. Okay, we will use remainder theorem, which include of the long division method. So what we will do is 2x cubed plus x squared minus 5x plus 2, you will divide with x squared plus x minus with 2. Okay, so we go through this part. Wait, I want to write it properly. Okay, so we have 2x squared plus 2x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x plus 2. Okay, divide with x squared plus x minus 2. Now we will proceed one by one. So what you have to do here is that you check the first term and the first term of the divisor that we have. Okay, so by right, what we have to do is we have to find out a terms where we have to find, you have x squared here, right? What is the value when we multiply with x squared here? You multiply, you will get equal to 2x cubed. You have to find this. So if you see, right, you can get, actually, in order to get 2x cubed, you're gonna multiply with 2x. So that's why on top here you will put 2x. So this 2x, what you have to do, you multiply with each of the term here one by one. Okay, so 2x multiplied with x squared, you're gonna get 2x cubed. And then 2x multiplied with x, you're gonna get 2x squared. 2x you multiply with negative 2, you're gonna get negative 4x. So once you settle this one, put bracket, put minus. Okay, and then here you put straight line, then you do the subtraction. 2x cubed minus with 2x cubed, you're gonna get 0x cubed. X squared minus with 2x squared. X squared minus with 2x squared become negative x squared. Then negative 5x minus with negative 4, you're gonna get negative 1 or negative x. And then here you bring 2 down. And now we will proceed the same method as well. Right now you see we have x squared, negative x squared. So what value when we multiply with x squared, you're gonna get negative x squared, negative 1, right? So now what you have to put is, put on top is negative 1. And then here what you have to do is, you have to substitute 1 by 1, multiply 1 by 1, which is negative 1, you multiply with x squared, so you're gonna get negative x squared. Negative 1, you multiply with x, you're gonna get negative x. Negative 1, you multiply with negative 2, you're gonna get positive 2. So you put bracket here, put minus, and then if you see both these two are the same, so you're going to get remainder equal to 0. So that's it. So right now your answer, or one of your factor for this question is 2x minus 1. So just now when we rewrite, we have to get another roots, right, which is x. We have x minus 1 and x plus 2, so we have to find out another one here, which is, we already got it from the long division, to x minus 1. So here you can rewrite it as x minus 1, x plus 2, another one is 2x minus 1 equal to 0. So by right, we already got x minus 1 equal to 0, so by right x is equal to 1. Another one, we have x plus 2, which is equal to 0. We got x is equal to negative 2. Now for 2x minus 1, you make it equal to 0, find the value of x, which you're going to get 1 over 2. So another x is equal to 1 over 2. So you got all of these three value of x, which is 1, negative 2 and 1 over 2, are the real roots of the function that we have. Fx equal to 2x cubed plus x squared minus 5x plus 2. So like this, no? Okay. So now we proceed to the next question, question D. Okay, so for question D, also similar because we still have to use factor theorem, right? Okay, so right now we have to list down the factor of one that we have here, which is factor of 1 should be 1 and negative 1, no? So you substitute, try and error. So you substitute f is equal to, when x is equal to 1, what is the value of f1? So you substitute inside. Okay, so you calculate this, you're gonna get 2 minus 3 minus 1. So the answer is equal to, here you're gonna get equal to, oh sorry, here is not minus, yeah, it is plus. So you will get equal to 0. And then now you try with, so right now you already know that one of it is x is equal to 1, is one of the root. Then you try with f negative 1. Okay, substitute. Okay, you will get equal to negative 4. So by right, it is not equal to 0. No? So you only have x is equal to 1. Only one of the root right now. So what you have to do is you have to find one more roots, right? So this guy, right now you have x minus 1. So x minus 1 is actually the factor, one of the factor of this equation. Now we have to find two more, which we have to use long division. No? Okay, so to use long division, okay, I put on this empty side. So first we use long division. 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus with 1. Okay, plus with 1, correct. Plus with 1, you divide with one of the roots that we have here is equal to x minus 1. So you put x minus 1 next to this. So now we will solve this. Okay. Okay, the first step is if you see here, what is the value when we multiply with x? You're gonna get 2x cubed. So we put at the right side. What is the value multiply with x? You're gonna get 2x cubed. So if you think properly, you're gonna get 2x squared. So you put on top 2x squared. Now we have to do multiplication here, which is 2x squared multiply with x, you're gonna get 2x cubed. 2x squared multiply with negative 1, you're going to get negative 2x cubed. So this guy, you put bracket, divide, put a line, and then you minus. Sorry, not divide. 2x cubed minus with 2x cubed, 0x cubed. Negative 3 minus with 2, you're going to get negative x squared. Negative 3x squared minus with negative 2x squared, you're going to get negative x squared. And then you bring down 1 down here, a bit follow, you put, okay, sorry, and then what you have to do, the next step is, okay, you check what is the value of, okay, when x multiply with what, we're gonna get negative x squared. You think properly, this one, x multiply with what, you're gonna get negative x squared. So you have to think what value when we multiply with x, we will get negative x squared. So here we will get negative x, so you put negative x on top. Oh sorry, negative x. And then here what we have to do is do multiplication law. Negative x multiply with x become negative x squared. Negative x multiply with negative 1, you're gonna get plus x. So actually we don't have variable of x, right? So you just put 0x here. Okay, now you put bracket minus, then you put divide. And then negative x squared minus with x squared, you're going to get 0x squared. Then 0x minus with x, you're going to get negative x. And you bring down 1, like this. Plus with 1. Now, we have to proceed with the same thing. What value when we multiply with x here, we going to get negative x. Okay, so we will get negative 1. So right now, proceed, negative 1 on top, and then we will do multiplication. Negative 1 multiply with x, you're gonna get negative x. Negative 1 minus with negative 1, you're gonna get equal to 1. So put bracket minus, these two is the same, so remainder is equal to 0. So here you guys get the quotient, which is equal to 2x squared minus x minus 1. So we combine with the factor that we get here, which is x minus 1, just now using the factor theorem. So by right, you have x minus 1, and then 2x squared minus x minus 1 equal to 0. We want to find the factor, right? So from this guy, we actually can use quadratic function. It is actually a quadratic function, so we can use factorization to get the value of x, which is x minus 1. Then this guy, so you can use factorization. One, you're going to get x minus 1. Another one, you will get 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So from this, you will see that your value of x is 1. Okay, and then another one also 1. Another value of x is negative 1 over 2. So you have to see here that these two are repeated root. Okay, so what you have, then you have repeated root, and another one is negative 1 over 2. So we just mentioned law, x is equal to 1 is the repeated real roots. Okay, another one is x is equal to negative 1 over 2 is one of another real root. Like that. Once you get this one, okay, what you have to do is attempt question 3B and E. Okay, that's it.